Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard, the undeniable diamond and third generation professional wrestler, and today we're going to talk a little bit about who I believe are some of the most influential women in professional wrestling. So on my list of top 5 influential women in professional wrestling, I'd probably put Chyna. She is someone who I feel like was way before her time. She had some of these intergender matches, and I would go back and watch them when I would transfer over into intergender wrestling, and her strength, her emotion, her power in the ring, I felt like I wanted to kind of adopt some of those. So whenever I would go to the gym even, I wanted to transform my body into being stronger to face some of the guys. And I thought it was just completely badass that she held a men's championship. So that was a goal of mine, and later on accomplished it, becoming the first ever female world champion in combat sports. But I feel like Chyna doing that with the Intercontinental title was just something super badass. I will also put on that list the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Both of them, I feel like, are just incredible athletes. They are someone who don't really fit into a box. From their size, they're thicker women. They're not, they're cookie cutter diva. They're thicker women, but they're so powerful, and they're both two women who I feel like have poured into the next generation after them and the generation after that. I feel like their knowledge will just keep going for generations because of their ability to help others. But during their time too, I feel like, and even watching some of the training videos from Natalya's school now, I feel like just her knowledge is endless. The Hart Dynasty, Beth Phoenix too, like whenever they were in the ring, their power would just show. Incredible athletes. So they're definitely on my most influential women's list. I feel like there's women who may watch TV and they may say, hey, like, finally I'm seeing someone that looks like me, or finally I'm seeing someone that I can resonate with. Also on that list, I would probably put Gail Kim. Gail Kim is someone who, again, I believe is so before her time. That was highlighted even more when I got to share the ring with her at Rebellion for TNA's Impact. She is someone who, the way that she moves so fearlessly. The way that she thinks about wrestling, with timings, transitions. I feel like if Gail Kim was a wrestler in 2025 in her prime, like, she would just, like, the possibilities are just endless. The sky's the limit for her. And she's someone who, again, is just pouring into the next generation, all of her knowledge, how amazing she was in the ring. And honestly, if she were to ever come back, still is just, she's someone who is before her time. And also someone who might not look like everybody else. Like, there might be a little girl at home who saw her and was like, I want to be a wrestler because they saw Gail Kim wrestling in the ring. So she's definitely on my list. And then getting to wrestle her one-on-one, just my respect for her went up even higher. I learned in that, however long it was, maybe like 15 minutes or so, in that match, I learned so much from her. And just through her storytelling, through her footwork, through her timing, through her transitions, she's someone who's an incredible athlete. Another person that I will put on that list is Lita. Lita is someone who was just the coolest badass before it was cool to be a badass. She was doing moves that women typically didn't do. She was flying off of things and had this style, this edge to her that just wasn't common. And I think watching her I think when people watch her, it will inspire like another generation, and it has. Like, I know that there's a lot of people in the locker room. You say, who's your favorite wrestler? They're gonna say Lita. Lita. She was this. She was that. She was flying off of things. She was just super cool before her time, or before it was cool to do those things as a female wrestler. On that list, I'll probably put Charlotte Flair as well. Her and I have that connection through our fathers being in the Four Horsemen. She is someone who I feel like is just an incredible athlete across the board. I would call that a 4x4, someone who's just a complete wrestler. Whether it's gymnastics, whether it's power moves, whether it's endurance, whatever it is, I feel like she could go out there and do it. But I feel that connection because she also comes from a legacy, right? And in a very noteworthy legacy. And as generational wrestlers, I feel like, and I may be speaking for myself, but I feel like across the board, there's that pressure to live up to your family name, to follow in that family legacy, but create your own at the same time. And I feel like she's done that very beautifully and maintained respect on her family name, but created her own legacy in the same moment. Charlotte Flair is not Ric Flair's daughter, but she's Charlotte Flair. I think that that's a match that fans have been talking about for a very long time. I mean, ever since I started, I've heard fans talking about, oh, we need Tessa versus Charlotte, we need Tessa versus Charlotte, and I think that's a match that I would love to have in my future. But I think that with all the pressure of being a legacy, you know, like that last name, it might get your foot in the door. It might get you in front of the right people. It might get you in the conversation or in the room. But once you get in that ring, it doesn't drive the miles for you. It doesn't take the bumps for you. It doesn't pay the bills for you. It's what you can do, your training to stay there. And I feel like she has beautifully succeeded in professional wrestling. And I think she's an inspiration.